The bifurcation and organic development of human ego consciousness was a process known to the ancient Magi. If we examine the intriguing plates of the Papyrus of Hunefer, also known as the Judgment Scene, in the Book of the Dead, we will see images that serve as cryptic depictions of the phylogenetic evolution from the first part to the fifth. This so-called Judgment Scene is very sacred and enigmatic and has been completely misunderstood. Moreover, the so-called Book of the Dead was originally entitled The Book of Coming Forth by Day. This title clearly refers to the negentropic ascent of consciousness. In front of the pharaoh, rising from the waters on which his cubic throne rests, we see a lotus or papyrus shoot. The shoot rises as one, then clearly bifurcates into two, then further divides into three, and upon the three petals we see the final four. Then, to emphasize the connection to consciousness, the four sons of Horus, or Osiris, are shown standing upon the lotus. They are the final outgrowth of the plant of consciousness. These four sons are called the guardians of the directions, the cardinal points. They are not depicted as life-size for the simple reason that they're not meant to represent sons of a physical type. They are archetypes. They represent the four psychic hemispheres within the being of every man and woman. This famous papyrus, then, depicts, among other things, the origin and development of the human psyche. If you proceed to the text tour, to the page entitled Book of the Dead, you will see the particular image we are referring to. The secrets of the psyche were later rediscovered by psychologists such as Sigmund Freud and Carl Gustav Jung. In short, the pharaoh is the fifth element. He sits above the throne of four. He is the result of all that comes before. The antecedent stages may also be described as the mineral, vegetable, animal, and human. In this sense, the pharaoh transcends them all. He is the risen one, the quintessence or meta-human. This is the reason why he has his arms crossed in front of him. He is the quartered or crucified one. Interestingly, a cube, when opened up into its planes, makes a perfect Latin cross. Seen two-dimensionally, a cube describes a perfect hexagram or Star of David. So we ask whether there is any real difference between the image of Christ quartered on Calvary and the pharaoh quartered on his cubic throne. Are we not dealing with one cosmogenic story, regardless of the prosaic embellishments? We should now understand that the consciousness has risen through four great stages. Although this process occurred sequentially, the antecedent levels of development are not lost or forgotten. They remain intact today. This means that consciousness operates on each of the four levels simultaneously. Each level is essential to the others.